Alright, boys, I am back from Serbia finally, and I was trapped there for an extra day because I had flight issues, and that were not my fault, but anyways, I got stuck there, so pretty much I just chilled for a day and got put up in a hotel and went to the gym and ate some food and stuff like that. Now that I'm back, I slept, I feel great, I got my food back. I prefer eating my own food. Eating out all the time makes me feel kind of like gross, especially when you try to. I don't really react that well to protein powders, and like 1 or 2 scoops a day is not a big deal. But like when you start consuming like a ton of them, you start getting like really bloated and just feel like kind of gross, you know. So yeah, glad to be back. Got these type of little snacks that I like: Arctic Zero, ice cream. This stuff, I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Like this whole thing is 1 pint and it's 150 calories. Can't really go wrong. Some of the other ones can be slightly lower, like 75, I think, and maybe the highest that goes maybe 300. The cookie dough one is pretty good. I'd recommend trying it out. So yeah, that's pretty much me being back. But here, let's go. I've been having this great idea for a long time here, and finally, I kind of, so we have all these teams, right? We got like 4 Brazilian teams, 10 NA teams, 2 Australian teams. Whoever else is going to come to North America, I don't know. Seems like everyone's coming here to play in our leagues and stuff. So we got a lot of people wanting to play in North America, right? And my idea is we're wasting a lot of money on having all these team houses in different spots, right? Like we're all split up. I'm in Newark. A lot of people are in LA. Some people Colorado. Some people in Chicago. This is a mess, Like, but I have the fix. I have it. And here I'm going to show you guys here. So, let me make this a bit smaller because I'm not very good at editing videos. So right here, boys and girls, we have a castle. Okay, so now a castle might seem expensive, but if you have like 15 teams living in a castle, most castles have what, like 70 rooms or something. That's more than enough rooms for all these teams, right? So we have a castle, a ton of rooms. Everyone will have a spot, right? Anyone currently in invite leagues will be allowed inside the castle. Okay, so if you're like SK and you're the best team in the world, you get to pick where you want to stay. You want to stay in the keeps. You want to be in these tower things. I don't know what they're called. I'm not an expert on castles, but if you want to stay in like these type of areas, that's great. You can do that. Your choice. When you lose your rank, though, the other person can take your spot if they want. We're just going by a hierarchy system here. Now, we'll all be playing in the dining room, I think, because that'll be the biggest area, unless we can get some sort of, like, close us off, then maybe we could play in the courtyard. But I was thinking, we could probably play, some sports in here, maybe, that kind of stuff. We don't want to leave outside the walls because that's dangerous, right? So we're going to try to stay inside here. So, yeah, we'll get all the LAN centers set up. Then we'll be able to play with 5 ping every day. 5 ping every single day. Play our matches right on time. We'll be like right close to each other. We can have an admin inside the walls monitoring people for cheating, stuff like that. We can pool costs on food. We can get like a chef and some maids and stuff like that. All these orgs together. That's just a cost saver right there. Now, like, obviously the CS part makes a lot of sense, right? We'll all be living together. You can land 5 ping. It'll help us play versus Europeans, maybe win a major here. For the NA teams, everyone will improve. Now, this will be invite only, so if you lose your invite spots, you get kicked out. Ocean's actually going to be the one running who's allowed in and out of the castle. He's kind of like the gatekeeper, so he'll be like kind of like, the bouncer or whatever. If you get he'll kick you out of the castle and close this drawbridge on you. You can't come back. We'll let the premier teams live on the outskirts of the walls, so we'll have like kind of little sheds and stuff. They can have like a 5-man PC in there. We'll provide them with some power and Ethernet cords and stuff from our castle. But until they make invite, like that's the best they get. They still got to play us with low ping, but they don't get the commodities of the actual castle yet. You got to earn that. So the premier teams, there'll be incentive to try to get inside the castle. Give them like, we don't want to be out here anymore. We want to be inside the castle. Like, what more motivation do you need than to live in a castle? I mean, that's pretty much straightforward thinking. I don't really know what else I can really say here. Now, this will be this will be filled with oil actually instead of water. So basically, if the premier teams get feisty and try to break in or something, or like Europeans come and attack, I don't know, like Fnatic or some shit, I don't know, that they want to in our castle, we'll light this shit on fire, raise the drawbridges. We'll have Ocean will break this down. I don't know if you can raise this. Or maybe our castle, this doesn't have to be our castle, but this is just like kind of like an illustration, right? So, yeah, if you try to break in our castle and we capture you, or you get caught cheating inside these walls, you go to the dungeon, okay? And Few is the one running that dungeon, okay? So, if you get down there, for one, the Eye of Power's already down there. We've captured them. They're down. We don't keep Brax down there because he was too young. So Brax is allowed upstairs. He doesn't get all the commodities, but he's got a PC to game and stuff. He doesn't get that great of a room because, what he did, but, he's not actually down there, so he can feel good. We couldn't manage to get AZK because he's, like, being protected by the Overwatch community and Blizzard and stuff, so AZK kind of lucked out, but everyone else is down there. Yeah, so that was pretty much my idea for the castle. I'm probably forgetting some stuff, but so far right now this makes a lot of sense to me personally. So just org owners, everyone else, I really stress you to think about this. It's pretty much the greatest idea anyone's ever had.